Hey there and welcome. Today I'm gonna build a Node.js API in less than 10 minutes. So the first thing to do is to create a directory. I'm gonna say mkdir express because we're going to use Express as the framework API. Okay, so I'm gonna cd express API. Now I'm gonna say npm init-y and it's gonna initialize a packet.json for us. And I'm gonna say code to open VS Code for us, like that. Open up the code, and I'm gonna open the terminal, integrated terminal in VS Code, like this, and use it to install a couple of dependencies that we need for our project. So the first thing we're going to need is Express. I'm gonna say npm install Express and nodemon. We're also gonna need cores, and that's it for now. Okay, this is going to be a simple Express API in less than 10 minutes. So as it installs, I'm going to create a index.js file because that's where we're going to start our application from. So basically just going to create an endpoint to handle all this kind of stuff. If you are not familiar with Node.js, it's just a runtime engine for JavaScript in the server. So now our dependencies are installed successfully. So the first thing I need to do is go over to the packet.json and create some few scripts here. I'm going to create a start. So in production, you're going to use this script for starting your server. It's going to be node index.js, but in the development stage, I prefer to use nodemon for this. So I'm gonna say nodemon. So now let's go back to our index.json file. So now we have to create a simple API. So I'm gonna start by saying const express is equal to, I'm gonna require the dependency express. Then I'm gonna say const cause is equal to require cause, like that. Okay, close is just a close origin resource sharing policy. I think it's something like that. Okay, I'm gonna also declare a port that we're going to run this app on. It's gonna be port 5000. Then I'm gonna say const app is equal to express, like that. Then I'm gonna create some few middlewares. Okay, a middleware. So I'm gonna say app.use. It's gonna use cause, and I'm gonna say app.use express.json, like that. Then the first thing I want to do is create a endpoint. So I'm gonna say app.get. So this is gonna be a get endpoint. So declare the path, which is just gonna be the root or home path or the index. So after that, I'm gonna pass in a callback function that will have a callback function that will take in request and response as parameters. Then I'm gonna say response.json, passing a JSON an object. I'm gonna say message is equal to welcome to this Express API. So after that, I'm just gonna create the I'm just gonna run the app. I'm gonna say app.listen, passing the port, then passing a callback function that will be run immediately after the server is up and running. So I'm just gonna console log something. I'm gonna say, let me pass in a template literal. I'm gonna say API is landing on. Let me pass in the actual URL, http. Okay, and I'm gonna pass in the actual port like that. So now it's time to run the application. So I'm just gonna create the terminal first, and I'm gonna say npm run dev. Okay, so something is wrong. Okay, here should be get. Okay, I had a typo there. Okay, so now you see that the API is running. So, and I forgot to add something else here, so that like that I want to click here and open the API. So if you come to the browser and you load this, you can see that we have a JSON response here. So you have successfully created an API using Express.js with Node.js. What if you want to create some other endpoints? It's very simple. You're just gonna add the endpoints as well. So first thing, I want to create something else. I'm gonna create a simple task object. I'm gonna say const tasks equals to a simple object. So I'm trying to figure out how to structure it. Okay, it's gonna be just an array. Okay, array of objects. So I'm just gonna say id 1 and task length node.js. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy paste this. Okay, and change the task here to 2. So I'm gonna pass in another endpoint for this. So I'm just gonna say app.get / tasks, then pass in the request and response to this callback function. Then I'm just gonna say response .json just to run these tasks. Okay, so something is wrong. Okay, I did not put a comma. Okay, I need to put a comma here like that. So if I go to this URL, okay, so something is wrong. Yeah, add that there. Refresh this, so you can see that we have successfully added some few tasks to the API and successfully fetched them. So that's how you build an API with Node.js. Quick and simple. To add other routes, other kind of methods, you can just put post, app.post, app.put, and whatever you want, or app.delete, just like that. Very simple, quick and easy. That's why I like Node.js more than any other framework. This is console log. Don't forget to subscribe and comment.